Greetings, Twin Flames. This is Lucida of Twin Flame RX, and today is Wednesday, June 21st, 2017, the day of the summer solstice in North America and the winter solstice in the southern hemispheres. So, reading from my Louise Hay I Can Do It calendar, we have this positive affirmation. This is a day full of new beginnings. It is a time to start new projects. So that's a very timely and true message for us today as we start this new season, either the summer or the winter, depending on where you are in the world. So I wanted to thank you all for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing to this YouTube channel. And thanks to those that follow us on Twitter and Pinterest and also have come to me for private sessions. We're going to start this reading today with an uplifting prayer to light your way from the Sonia Choquette book. I am guided by Spirit to just pinpoint a page and we'll read from there. So we have the Get Moving prayer. Holy Mother, Father, God, divine loving light and heart of the universe, we humbly ask for the healing power of your grace to help us dance or run or walk or hula hoop, anything physical that will get us off our chairs, away from our computers, out of our heads, and into our bodies. Please send in your angels to help us from making excuses and staying stuck in one place, and get us back into the beautiful rhythm of life. We thank you in advance with our whole heart and soul for answering our prayers, and we confidently await these blessings. Amen, and with infinite gratitude. So I want to also remind you that this summer solstice is a time for us to get moving. It's a time of new beginnings. It's the longest day of the year, daylight-wise, in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemispheres, it would be the longest evening of darkness, I guess. So this is a time of balancing out the feminine and masculine aspects within ourselves and within our unions. So I wanted to also use a new deck that I received in the mail. It's called the Gateway Oracle by Denise Linn. I wanted to choose, after shuffling and inspired by the divine, a card that would be symbolic of what the person that you're inquiring about, so your divine counterpart and yourself, are viewing this gateway as. And then one for the union between you both. I haven't been making videos lately, if you notice, every day. I was for a great deal of time since April, but lately I've been doing a lot of, I guess, shadow work. I don't like calling it purging that much, but I've been doing a lot of that, so I believe it's for the collective, for my beloved, for my union, and getting rid of the last remnants of junk in my own energy fields. Okay, so the first card, it will be the Divine Feminine card. We'll have the Divine Masculine gateway energy, and then the Union energy. So I guess let's start with the Divine Masculine, or whoever you are inquiring about. Many of you will be inquiring about the Divine Masculine energy. Okay, so embracing the future, that's the gateway energy of whoever you're inquiring about, most likely the Divine Masculine. And the Divine Masculine will be stepping into the future with an open heart, according to this Oracle card. So that's a great energy to be in, that they are looking ahead instead of looking backwards. You see the image of the individual walking through the doorway, but not looking behind them, just looking forward at the horizon and at the beautiful scenery ahead on the road or the journey. Now this is your energy, listening with your heart. You trust the messages that you receive from your heart, so the heart chakra being wide open and you being able to listen to your own intuition, listen to your own inner guidance, listen to your higher self, and following your heart. And if you get any messages from your beloved, whether they be third dimensional or fifth dimensional, instead of trying to take those messages at 3D face value, listen to those messages, or decipher those messages with the audience of your heart. For the union, we have an energy of letting go, and we see two fish just kind of going with the stream. So the union energy is that of surrender, that you surrender with your beloved joyously to the ebbing and flowing of life. So the beloveds are starting to realize that they cannot fully control this journey, that a lot of it is up to the divine and also up to the vibrations of both individuals being completely harmonized in order for anything positive to manifest. So the longer you're on the journey, the longer you are able to understand, or the more you're able to understand that there are those ebbs and flows that cause us to have to go into that surrender mode. And actually going into that surrender mode is really the only way that the union will manifest in the third dimension. I've also got another new deck. They're called the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. I'm going to pull 3 of those. One for your counterpart, most likely the divine masculine energy. One for you. You may be resonating with the divine masculine or the divine feminine energy. I'll just put those, with the colored butterflies. And then also for the union. So during this important gateway, what kind of energy is each counterpart in, and then the union? Wow, so this one came out. I was going to put it by the divine masculine, but we'll just read it for both twins. We have the 44, woman holding a heart. I saw this in someone else's reading recently, but I've been so busy that when I watch these readings, I'm really supposed to be keeping my eye on the road. So I saw it and I heard about it, but this is the first time I'm actually using this deck, so I have to kind of look in the book, but you can get some intuitive messages from it. It shows a divine feminine person holding the heart, but the 4-4, those energies are actually angel messages that, the angels are guiding you. So the message here is that the woman on this card wears a butterfly in her hair and holds a lovely large heart in her hands. If a woman draws this card, it could be a reflection of her own state of peaceful emotion and receptivity for love, or it might be a message that your family issues are going to resolve. Also that the woman is intuitive and understands the emotions of life and is bringing that awareness to all that she does. It also indicates the presence of a female friend, teacher, or confidant who's there to help with issues of love, family, or emotion. An even-tempered and caring person who resonates with you and your emotions. This could be a new love interest or friend coming your way. All right, so maybe the person that's watching this reading needs a person like that in their life, somebody that would be there to listen to them and would understand this journey. So speaking of that, I do private sessions, and you can always come to me if you want to talk about your twin flame and ask questions about what's coming up in your union. All right, so I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. Okay, so this card will be the divine masculine energy, the divine feminine, and then divine feminine and then the union. All right, so for the divine masculine, I don't really plan to do reversals in this deck, just because they were all reversed, and usually that's an upright then. So that was not meant to happen as reverses. We have, for the divine masculine, a door to personal healing and happiness opening, which is awesome. And if you do the numerology, we have the 3 and the 4. Adding up to 7, a divine number. So this is divine, that this gateway of the summer solstice is basically a harbinger of positive changes. So there's a lush rainbow lit spring filled with vibrant lotus flowers that the door is opening up to. You also see spirit there, a bird and a rainbow, so just such beauty. It says whether you're working on some inner healing, such as breaking an addiction, or looking to make some external changes, like finding a new place to live, this card signals that whoever the divine masculine energy is in the relationship is basically going to have some new opportunities appearing. These changes that they've been working on are ready to blossom with wonderful results. So make sure that your personal intentions are seen through with continued action and optimism. Very good. As far as the divine feminine energy, we have a similar energy going on with card 30 here, the garden and the gate. So we see the divine feminine looking at a beautiful garden, and there's two butterflies frolicking in the air there. So a very optimistic energy. This card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked. Oh, I see. But the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck. So this is saying that basically you have the key to your own success. This card also indicates that you will have success financially as well. So if you stay in the garden and don't venture out, you may not really make your dreams come true. So during this summer solstice gateway, the energy is that, you do not want to stay in the garden locked up, that you have the key and you should venture out. Okay, it also says to live your truth, shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and you will gain the world that's just outside the gate. So amazing. So the divine masculine seems to be doing some more healing and realizing that healing and that transitions and changes that they need to make, like breaking addictions or leaving karmic situations and relationships, is what's going to bring them through to a new energy on the other side of a gate or a door. And you, as the divine feminine, if you're a divine feminine watching, or if you're watching about a divine feminine, they have the key. You have the key to your gate opening and a new world on the outside of that gate. So just don't feel like you need to stay inside this gate. Venture out, try something new, do something different. And this leads us to another 7 energy, which is actually a 7 with community for the union. So this card says connection with kindred spirits. So the union is a connection of 2 kindred spirits, which is very true. And there's a celebration and there's support. There's other individuals that are going to support your union, basically, is what this means, that your union would be benefiting by networking and community. So as we know, when we are together in our twin flame union with our beloved, we have more power, and we're going to be able to attract more twin flames and also work in the community, work in the twin flame community, and also, work to better the collective, which is not just the twin flame collective, but the planet as a whole, and bring everyone into a great ascension energy. I have a third new deck. It's called the Spirit Messages Daily Guidance Oracle by John Holland. And I'm going to choose 3 cards after shuffling with divine guidance. We'll do the divine feminine energy card, the divine masculine, and then the union. Okay, so for the divine masculine, what we have here is forgiveness. Okay, so holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating the spiritual growth of this beloved. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform. So I feel what this means is that the divine masculine was probably hanging on to some anger and resentment. And with this new energy coming in with the solstice gateway, they're going to be able to forgive themselves and forgive their divine feminine for whatever they feel, they are still holding on to some resentment about. That's the union energy. And the energy for the divine feminine is give back. Today is the day to cast aside normal routines and make your main purpose to serve. It is about giving back without any thoughts or expectation of getting anything in return. Reach out and touch other people's spirits, and it's highly likely that someone really needs it today. So this is saying unconditional love is not just being a doormat. It's giving without expectation. So loving your counterpart even if they don't seem to love you. So currently I have been feeling a bit sorry for myself because I believe my beloved thinks I'm like an enemy to them. But I still, love them. And it's not because I am a doormat. It's just because I do love them. It doesn't mean that I need to put up with bad behavior or outright accept any kind of negativity or bad behavior from them. It just means that, I love them, and no matter if they love me back. So no matter if my beloved loves me back, I love him. Okay, and love for me is a verb. So it's hard when, somebody isn't acting like they love you to keep believing that they do. But that's part of our journey as well, that we are connected with our twin flames in the fifth dimension, that we love them in the fifth dimension, that they love us back, that we're in union already. So, it's tough for me as well to just stay on this journey sometimes. What we have here is the union card, find your center. Your outside world is a reflection and manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is an ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? So that's the energy of your union. So your union would benefit from you checking in with yourself individually to see how you feel. Because how you feel and how you think, that's what manifests in your union. So if you start thinking and feeling that you're in 5D union with your beloved, and then, move it down to affirmations of you being in 3D union with your beloved, and start believing that and feeling how that would feel, that is what's going to manifest based on the law of attraction. That's how that works. My last card that I want to pull for today is from the Archangel Michael deck. Archangel Michael, where are you? I don't see his deck. Okay, well, I'm not locating the deck right now, but I do have an Archangel Michael card, so we'll do this one because I pulled it for an online reading or a Twitter, and I never posted it. So here it is. Archangel Michael would like us today, it's fitting for us in the warmer climates, to spend more time outdoors. And finally, remember, you can always invoke Archangel Michael, who is the defender and protector of twin flame unions and light workers. We're going to pray. Archangel Michael, thank you for motivating us to spend more time outdoors and for helping us relax and enjoy connecting with nature, and also for helping us to realize that through the summer solstice, we can manifest our perfect union with our